All right. Should be live. Everything should be good. Yeah, I ain't gonna be long. I ain't gonna be long at all because it is late as hell, you know. But listen, your boy Unlimited, not kidding when I said that I wasn't watching this horse shit. But I did see, again, when this stuff comes out, the everything's posted immediately. So when I saw the trailer for Blade from Bethesda, yeah, man, I saw that the Xbox community and people are loving it. But you know who isn't? Yeah. Yeah, the fanboys are salty already. And that shit was just released like 20 minutes ago. But yeah, so from my understanding, Xbox had a really good day at this show. I saw the Hellblade trailer, and I saw the Blade trailer. I don't know what else they showed. So if you guys watched it, feel free to let me know what else Xbox did today. But yeah, but when this Blade news dropped, I did jump on Twitter to see the reactions, and it was hilarious. It's hilarious, and we're gonna see one really particularly really good one. I thought was absolutely hilarious. So yeah, but Xbox, the Hellblade 2 video looked fantastic, and the Blade from Arcane Studios. What a talk about a perfect marriage for a licensed game. Talk about a perfect marriage, right? Where if there's any studio that I think is going to kill it with Blade, Arcane 100%. The type of games they make, your Redfalls and Dishonored, I think the gameplay is going to be absolutely spectacular and right up the alley. Right up their alley. So the fact that Xbox, and by the way, Xbox, man, you guys just have like 50 fucking games. You guys have like 50 fucking games in development right now. Yeah, man. Yo, what's up, Coco Fink? Hey, man. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that bucket, man. Cause we gonna need it for them tears that they got. The same people who, by the way, this year was telling us that about how Spider-Man kills anything Xbox does are now crying for Blade. I, yeah, I talk about it. Taste your own medicine, man. But I do want to say this. Because I did see some people try to say, "Oh, but Xbox, y'all were saying that Xbox didn't need a superhero game," and I will stand by that. Xbox never needed a superhero game. This is just another fantastic game on their roster. Because even if Blade didn't exist, we still had Avowed, Perfect Dark, Fable, and the long list of games, and the resume. So Blade is just going to be another fantastic game. It just so happens to be a superhero license game that's going to be exclusive. And it says in this article right here, as Arcane Lion is an Xbox studio, Marvel's Blade is being developed exclusively for Xbox Series X and S and PC, and will launch day one in the Game Pass. Music to my ears, but that killed some people, because I think some people was expecting the game to be multi-plat, and no, come on, guys. By the way, I think a lot of people forgot that it came out this summer, that as in November 2021, Phil Spencer decided to make all Bethesda games exclusive to Xbox. Let's not forget that there. And I know, and I know that so for people who and I don't even know why people thought a Xbox studio was going to put the game on fucking PlayStation. But you know what? But when it comes to these guys, sometimes you just gotta let them. What's that term I'm looking for, guys? You just gotta let them let their imagination run wild, right? You just gotta let them do it, because it's so much more entertaining when everything crashes and burns. Can you please fill in what Xbox games exclusives at awards show? I avoid the stream because of Xbox tax. Yeah, I didn't watch it either. But if you're subscribed to the Xbox YouTube channel but the Bethesda YouTube channel, you see that's where everything's uploaded immediately. right? That's where everything's uploaded immediately. So so I don't know what else they showed that's coming to Xbox, and I hope the chat fill us in. You know, chat, y'all could tell us who won the awards and whatever else fucking went on. Yeah, man. So Box, I hope the chat fills me in as well, because the only thing I can tell you for sure is that Hellblade 2 gameplay was fantastic, and Blade is going to be exclusive to Xbox. And that's the win right there. That's the win right there, man. Coco Fee said, Blade aside, I knew it was over when they showed Hellblade 2. Oh my god. Yeah, man. Hellblade 2. Go check it out on the Xbox YouTube channel. The gameplay looks absolutely spectacular. I absolutely loved it, right? Absolutely loved it. Oh, hey, Dave. Hey, Dave, if you want to jump in, let me know. I could send you the link. I could definitely do that for you. But yeah, Blade was a huge win today. Listen, 5 years, a good 5 years of people saying, "Oh, Xbox needs a superhero game." Well, you got your answer. You got your superhero game. There's this one particular hilarious tweet, man, that I'm going to read in a little bit. But guys, I know it's a little late, so thank you for joining. Whoever stops in. And again, Dave, Dave, I'm about to send it to you right now. Give me just a second, my friend. What is the best way to do this? I know. Let's do this. Yeah, but oh man, hey, Dave, if you watch it, you might even be able to fill us in on what else they showed. But but hey, guys, how many games does Xbox has now? This got to be like fucking. They got to be like 50 games in development that hasn't even released for the Series S and X. This generation, man, this generation is nuts. Oh man! All right, I'm getting the link here, Dea. So let me copy. Let me send it through here. Yeah, but oh man, what a yo. Even when Xbox is at this bullshit awards show, they still somehow come out giving us something, man. Listen, I don't understand how any Xbox fan could ever be mad. Could ever be mad. Hey, Day, I just sent you the link right now. All right, but let's get back to it now that I sent the link and I'm not distracted. Faded Blaze. Hey, what's up, Faded Blaze? I see the chat here is starting already. Faded Blaze says special announcement: Spider-Man won jack shit. Okay, so they went and however awards they're nominated, man. So they picked up nothing tonight. That's what's up. That game was overrated as hell. Wait a minute. So who won Game of the Year, Faded Blaze? Because I think they were nominated for the Game of the Year. Okay. What's up, Xbox family? What's up, Tool Man? Coco Fiend said, and let's not get started on Overdose, the Kojima and Jordan Peele collaboration. Okay, I gotta look that up. So, is that exclusive as well, Coco Fiend? It sounds like this Overdose game is coming to Xbox as well. That sounds pretty good. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Kojima fan out there. Looking said Unlimited, they are coping. Yes, they are, my friend. They are coping hard, and it's as entertaining as this could get. Let me maybe if I send it through here, she might get it too. Hey, what's up, Shane G? What's up? Not much, Shane. I'm just here talking some Xbox, talking some Blade. Xbox finally got a superhero game, and of course, and it's funny. The same people that said that Xbox needs a superhero game are somehow now upset and making excuses. Hellblade 2 was amazing. Yeah, man. I saw that trailer on YouTube. Man. The gameplay blew me away. It looks nice and it looks violent, bloody, chaotic, brutal. Oh, I am all here for it. Hey, Dea, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good, Dea. How are you? I know it's kind of late, but I had to talk about this real quick because sometimes I like to jump when the iron is hot. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I mean, it wouldn't make sense if we wasn't talking about current news.
Yeah. Yes. So Daya, let me get your thoughts on Xbox. I don't know how Xbox does it. Oh, so and as I'm speaking, my brother Faze 114, who I wish could join us one day.
Yeah.
I wish he could join us. Is saying that Xbox just stealth dropped Baldur's Gate
I
3.
need, wait a minute. What?
Yeah, they just stealth dropped it on Xbox.
What? No way.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
see that.
So
I'm
yeah,
just
as I get through the chat, Dan, let me get your thoughts on everything for tonight, especially the
um
Blade news. I thought that trailer was fantastic, and I think Arcane is
man.
the best studio to make a Blade game exclusive to Xbox.
I'm as you can tell, I'm giddy because I love Blade. I love that character so much. And I even said one time I would love to see a Blade game because I
Hmm.
love that character so much. I fell in love with Blade. I didn't like Blade in the original comics. I'll
Right.
be fair about that. But the way that he was portrayed in the movies, I became a fan ever since. And then that helped alter the comics later. Anybody who
Hmm.
was following the comics understand this. So I love Blade. I love everything about him, and I always wanted him to have his own game. And nobody was doing it. I'm like, why is
Yeah.
nobody really doing a Blade game? Because it's the world is so fun and interesting, and it's got deep lore.
Hmm.
I'm a lore person, right? So I love that about the vampire lore, their history, everything. And man, I'm so happy that we get a Blade game. I've been wanting one so much, and I'm telling you, I like the fact that Arcane is doing it because they do very good storytelling. That's important for me with the lore, and I'm
Hmm.
sure the gameplay is going to be fantastic. I don't doubt that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but man, and I hope we do not hear any more whining about Microsoft getting a superhero character. They could have always done that.
Oh,
Okay,
they are whining already.
yeah, the thing is that Xbox had to get all their ducks in a row.
Yeah.
They had to take care of things that was more important, like the ABK deal dropped in their lap, and they had to stop everything. Because I think they would have took Crystal Dynamics and Idols Montreal had it not been for the ABK deal. For
Yeah.
that price, I think they would have did it. But I think they had to be careful, and we can see why. They had
Hmm.
enemies all around. They
Yep.
had to be real careful with that deal, and I'm glad they were. This was the better decision, and I do still believe they're going to get Crystal and Idols.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. I'm with you there.
right, right. Even if they have to pay a little bit more for them or something like that, I don't care. I think they should lock them down.
Hmm.
But this man, I did not watch the Game Awards. I happened to look at my feed. I'm subscribed to Xbox.
Yes, same here. Same here.
So I happened to see this big red thumbnail with the image of Blade, and I was like, "What? They making a Blade game?" I didn't think, I didn't really connect that it was Xbox. I thought
Hmm.
Xbox was just showing a game trailer, and then
Yeah.
I clicked on it, and I was like, "What?" But that blew my mind.
Mhm.
That blew my mind. I was like, "Oh my god!" They teamed up with Marvel. And so this opens the door to a lot of other characters. I think another
Mhm.
good character, in my opinion, that would be good for Microsoft to pick up if they ever choose to, is the Punisher. I think he would be a great character to do. He'd be kind of violent. He would have
Mhm.
kind of a rated M type of game, but I think
Yeah,
he would be
yeah.
another great character. And notice I'm staying away
Look.
from the fantasy type superheroes, and I'm kind of going with the grounded because I think Xbox
Yeah.
is more suited for those.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, from what little I read, it's going to be set in Paris, and the trailer was really cool. The trailer was really really cool. And but listen, your boy Unlimited. I've never been shy of how I love superhero games and comic books
Hmm.
and all that stuff.
I do
You
too.
know,
Yeah.
so this game's gonna be right up my alley. Hell, I was saying, yo, I like Spider Man One on the PS4.
Yeah,
I'm on
Spider-Man 1
record.
is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was on record for saying, you know what, that's a good. I thought that was 7 out of 10 game when I first got my PS5 day, and I was playing all these PlayStation games and hating most of them. I played Spider Man's like, oh, finally a game that didn't start with by being boring. Spider
Right.
Man Miles Morales that I got when my brother gave me his PS5. It starts with the Rhino boss fight, and I
Oh,
appreciated
okay.
that the
Yeah,
game started out actually doing something fun instead of the rest of the stupid ass Sony formula I hate, right?
yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
this is gonna be right up my alley. And again, the game. Listen. I could tell you right now, if you ever played Dishonored, but this is gonna be third person, right? So just think
Yes,
of
it's
this
gonna be
Dishonored
third
in
person.
third person, and you're fighting
Yep, there
vampires.
go they third person over the shoulder, all of that. It
Yeah,
said it was gonna be that. So yeah.
yeah. And Wilkins here said unlimited. Also, several Sega reboots coming. Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, and more. Yeah, he about told me
Ooh.
about that.
Ooh,
He
okay.
about
I
told
didn't
me
know
about
that. I didn't know that. Okay.
that. Let me see if he could.
Wait a minute. Let's read some of what the chat knows
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
what I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, the chat. This is why I love the chat because they on fire. And, oh, my goodness, I'm behind on the comments. My
Yeah,
goodness.
no, I mean, oh yeah,
Yeah.
did you? Oh, now I will say this:
Mhm.
Kojima's weird, but I like Jordan Peele. I will say
Yeah.
that I like his movies and stuff. So I am interested in OD because of him,
Yeah.
and I'm curious to see what a collab with those two are going to do. I At first I didn't care about the
Uh-huh.
Kojima game, but they got me on board now. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be honest about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that trailer. See what
It's
that
weird.
game.
It's Kojima did the trailer, so it's
Yeah.
weird. Just,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I don't understand. I've watched it several times and I still don't understand what I'm seeing.
Yeah, yeah. Look, man, I'm not a big Kojima because my thing with Kojima, and this is why I'm not a big fan of him, especially his most recent games, is that he should have just more movies than video games. And I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
I want the video game aspect, not the fucking
Agreed.
long cutscenes. That's unfortunately going to be inevitable with this OD game.
I'm okay with a game that tells you it's all about the story. There's some games that are like that, and I'm okay with those games
Mhm.
being there and existing. But I think that they need to kind of be in their own lane. It's okay for a person who might want to artistically tell a story through the
Right.
video game medium. That's okay by me. I'm like I said, my perfect games are games like Halo. I always bring up Halo because it has incredible lore. It has
Right.
wonderful story as well as incredible gameplay. Like, it's very few games that fit both criteria like that.
Yeah,
That's why I
yeah.
consider that, like, I consider Halo like top tier because of those two reasons.
Mhm.
They usually get everything right. But then you got those games that skew very heavily to the story side or very heavily to the video games. So I've played games like Duke Nukem where there's no story at all. All you do is just shoot things that come charging at you.
Right.
And those games are just, they're mindless fun, but they don't really keep you there for a long period of time. So I think
Right.
the perfect games are the ones that do it in the middle. You know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And the thing about a lot of that data is I mean Xbox got variety. So
Oh
the
man.
beauty of it is that anything that's coming is just gonna be something. It's gonna be something unique, something different. Like
Yes,
listen, we still got games like South of Midnight that we haven't seen anything on, right?
that's true.
And that's gonna be like a third person action adventure as
Yes,
well.
it is.
So
Yeah.
so the point is, Daya, listen, to me, Blade as a superhero fan, comic book fan, I'm
Yes.
all in. I think it's gonna be
Me
brilliant.
too. I'm
But
so
but
happy.
in the grand scheme of things, it's really just another great game in the library.
That's true. That's true. But I'm so happy. I can't.
Yeah.
Man, I was that probably would. I saw Hellblade, and I gotta say, Hellblade Blue. It is so good looking that at
Hmm.
times I can't tell if it's a cutscene or a game. I can't tell it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
It's
I don't think any game's competing with
no.
that graphically.
Can't imagine. For all the praise that I was seeing GTA getting, I can't compare open world game to a game like Hellblade, but
No, no.
the visuals don't even hold up
Yeah.
compared to something like a Hellblade. And oh my gosh, if they don't win an award for something with visuals and graphics,
Hmm.
but look, I don't care about the awards because I know it's skewed and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's just, oh man. But that blew me away. But I don't know. For me, it was this Blade announcement that really got me. It was
Yeah.
just
I
wow.
Yo, when I saw the notification for Blade on my phone, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And saw it was from Bethesda Studios. I'm like, oh
Oh
no, really? Yeah, I mean, yo, sometimes when you do this gaming thing for too long, you could get a little jaded. But man, that caught me. That was the perfect type of surprise. I
yep.
loved it.
Yep. Yep.
Absolutely love what I saw. Um, the chat, man, the chat.
They
Faded.
on
Oh, by,
fire.
by the way, let me say hello to Dank Fountain. I see that you Jay Dizzle feels like it's been a minute since I've seen you, Jay Dizzle. Mr. Kima, the homie out there in Dallas, Mr. Kima. Cypher Type 1. Yo, Cypher. Cypher's relatively new, but Cypher be on fire too. Chat, I'm gonna try to get to y'all as much as I can, but man, what a day, isn't it, guys?
Oof, man, yeah. And you know what? People are gonna be talking about these games, and you know, Xbox, instead of taking a black eye from the media who tried to hurt the brand and hurt the studios, instead we coming out on top. We showing how many games is coming to the platform.
Yeah. Yo, Faded Blaze said that clown MBG tried to flip Baldur's Gate as a Sony win when he didn't know it got stealth dropped on Xbox. Yeah, that's what. See, that's why. Listen,
oh my,
Sony fans are the epitome of letting somebody talk and show how stupid they are. Because my goodness, nobody like there isn't a single PlayStation fan whose hot takes they has aged well. Not a single one. Hey, E-Rock, what's up?
Hey,
I know it's late, E-Rock, so thank you for joining.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Oh,
hey, not much, man. We're just having fun. Real quick, talking about Xbox Marvel Blade announcement coming exclusive to the console today, and how the nonsense is already starting. E-Rock.
Yep.
But hey, man, let me get your thoughts because I didn't get a chance to hear what you said in the chat a minute ago.
Oh yeah, well, as you guys know, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I like how now all of a sudden Unlimited Production doing this little podcast had to like fucking lounge music playing. Like, like we had a.
Hey, remember, I'm spitting facts and keeping it relaxed, man.
That's right. It felt like we in a lounge at the Ramada Inn in 1981, but it's cool, man. Yeah, I don't watch the Video Game Awards at all.
No.
So what I did was in fact I kind of knew it was tonight, but I got so much going on, like that's so off my fucking radar. But I do know that the videos get posted to YouTube.
Yeah.
So I go on YouTube, man, and I look at the Hellblade 2 video, and of course Hellblade looks amazing. And they gave us a date, 2024.
Oh, now, wait a minute, is that a specific? Did they give a month? Because I think Xbox is holding that for the developer direct for that.
Which is gonna be next month.
Well, but at least we know like it's coming in 2024.
Yes.
And the wait is not going to be as intolerable as the wait for Gran Turismo. Grand Theft Auto 6. But that's a whole other discussion for another day.
Like 2025, right?
Yeah, but that trailer broke the internet. But since we live in a 24-hour news cycle, boom, here's other shit happening.
I know.
Hellblade looks amazing, as we knew it did. Let me see. Let me get my videos up here. They showed. I didn't see all the stuff from Sega you guys were talking about. I'll get the Blade in a minute, but they showed a game called OD from Hideo Kojima.
I didn't see that.
I'm on board with that now, personally. Yeah.
It stars that girl, Sophia Lillis, the little white girl with the freckles from It, the movie It from 2017.
Yeah.
Listen, this is what now. If I could have been a fly on the wall or a rat in the room when that was being shown, that'd probably be the only one time I'd love to see Geoff Keighley's face, because as you know, he's the hugest Hideo Kojima market in the world.
So he was in love. I was watching.
Yeah, so the it comes up, a game by Hideo Kojima, and the audience goes nuts.
And Jordan Peele is in it, and that's why I'm interested, because I like his work.
Yeah. And so they show all the spatial technology that's being used by Unreal Engine 5, which again is the GOAT. Right. And then at the end of the presentation, it shows a couple of companies, and it shows Xbox Game Studios. And you can hear a few claps, but you could also hear the air let out of the room.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Wow, you're kidding me.
Because Xbox brought it, apparently.
Yeah.
That's their game. They paid for it.
When they show some of these videos are from the game makers, but a lot of them are directly from the Video Game Awards. So you can hear the air who's like, yay! Xbox Game Studios. Oh,
wow.
It was so
you know
great.
what? They better get used to that, because after you're done, I want to talk about another collab I saw that I was shocked by. Go ahead.
But then if that was not enough, they go and they show this dude sitting in this barber shop, right? And obviously the place is in quarantine, like Redfall. So the dude's sitting in the barber shop, he cuts himself.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh shit, I cut myself with a razor." And the dude sitting in the chair is like, "Don't worry, bro, I don't bite." And then all of a sudden, you hear these people running and screaming, and dude like says, "You better lock up." Puts on his fucking sunglasses and shit, and his fucking blade and shit, right? And not only that, but it's Arcane Studios and it's fucking Xbox. I look, dude, I love it. That was a mic drop moment right there, because I don't think anybody at the Game Awards or on the internet or on social media was expecting Xbox to bring it like this. But again, we said something before you joined us back in 2020. The Xbox has so many games that they're leveraged into 2030. Now that's not long away. This is already 2024. So I mean, they haven't shown Indiana Jones. They haven't shown Perfect Dark. It's just so much stuff.
These games, I think they're working on 2 games.
Yeah, but this
343, and I forget the other one.
Right. This was a good showing, man. I mean, I was already excited about gaming, especially after finally this week getting RoboCop Rogue City, which is like fucking it's fucking
I had to fucking
don't go to my YouTube channel because I did the whole walkthrough of my channel.
Oh wow, I wish He-Bot was here. RoboCop Rogue City feels like a game you would have played from Sega at Dave and Buster's back in the 90s. And it has that feel to it. It feels like an arcade game. But anyway, yeah, I was impressed by what I seen, and it's a ton of videos I haven't seen yet. But yeah, Blade, Hellblade 2, Senua's Sacrifice, OD, Xbox really brung it. So it doesn't even matter who won the fucking fake ass video game awards show. And I think I see now why Xbox still deals with these cats, despite all my cries for them to stop dealing with them. They deal with them so they can get their shit out there on their stage. Yep. So there you go.
Hey, nice guy Phil wins again. Listen, that's why I can't get mad at the guy. I just can't because he keeps finding ways to listen. At the end of the show, nobody even gives a fuck who won the award. I still don't even know who won the fucking game award. Matter of fact, no, the chat. Hold on, the chat said. The chat said Baldur's Gate won it earlier. That's right. So, by the way, I was saying that.
Whoa, you said that.
Yeah, I've been saying that shit since like June that Baldur's Gate was winning that bullshit award.
Well, you know what? Listen, I hate to sound like a dickhead fanboy, but as long as that crappy ass Spider-Man 2 didn't win it, but I'm trying to get something.
Listen, I look, man. When I saw the ridiculous love like Baldur's Gate 3 was getting, I was like, nah, this game's winning game of the year.
You said it back in June, to be exact.
Yep, because and I knew it because something needed to top the biggest RPG of the year the same year Starfield.
And it did its job as far as what the media needed it to do was to top. They made sure of that for it to be the better choice over Starfield. So they got they trophy, you know. Yeah. They got their sacrificial lamb, if you will. That was Baldur's Gate. Nobody ever would have cared about that game if it wasn't for Starfield coming out and being owned by Xbox. I'm gonna just be honest about it. It would have still been a good game for what it was, but they wouldn't have cared that much about it. They needed something to go up against Starfield. They had to have something take away Starfield's chances, otherwise they wouldn't have had any excuses, and that was what it was. And Baldur's Gate, do I believe it's as good as people are saying? I think it's overhyped. That and I know I haven't played it, but it just sounds a little bit too overhyped.
Here's my problem with it, Daya. That game, I literally saw articles that said that they released a patch that fixed over 1,000 bugs, and people are saying, "Man, if other studios did this, the game would be better." I'm like, studios release stuff to update bugs all the time, and y'all bitch about it. So that little stuff like that told me that this game was winning because no studio gets praised for fixing bugs except for that bullshit, and maybe a PlayStation game, right? It's so little stuff like that just clued me off months ago that they listen. Sometimes it sucks that this stuff is this predictable. Like man, like my dude, wrestling ain't this predictable. I just got back to wrestling this year. Roman Reigns won the championship. Okay, and he apparently he's been the champion for like 4 fucking years. So he's gonna win at WrestleMania, right? But this is nonsense. But with this predictability, it was too easy for me to call. And so I don't even feel proud about calling it because it was just too obvious to me,
Right. It was too political, and I think it's disingenuous to not only the developers, and that includes Larry and all of that, because some of these people will never know if they really earned that award or not. And that can't feel good to get an award on that basis if you're a competitive person who really wants to your talents to be recognized, but you're used for political reasons. I think that, I feel bad for studios that get caught up into that because the journalists hate Xbox. Or Hogwarts, or Hogwarts wasn't even represented.
Completely blacklisted.
Yeah, that's just a travesty right there. The best-selling game of 2023 is blacklisted. And again, and you see why none of us watch that bullshit. Sorry, guys, I'm not giving award show attention that ignores the literal best-selling game of the year.
Don't even
not doing it.
Can you bring up Cypher Type 1 at 11:30? I want to read what he says here so everybody can follow along. This is addressed to me. He says, I have played Baldur's Gate 3 and I believe that it is way overhyped than it should be. If it wasn't for Starfield, this game and Lyrian would not have been given the praise it did. I agree. I'm not saying that Baldur's Gate 3 is a bad game. I'm just saying that the score of 95, 96 and all this, I think that's way, I think it was overhyped. They was making absolutely sure, because you can't always guarantee what other reviewers are going to give Starfield and all that. They were making absolutely sure that Baldur's Gate will come out on top. That's my personal opinion. I can't prove it. I don't have like documents to show you guys. It's conspiracy theory, but that's what I believe happened. That's why that score was so high. And most people are not used to playing those type of games. That's why the PlayStation guys didn't play it long. They just didn't. That's a PC type game.
It's not in their wheelhouse.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But of course, they was hyping the game they didn't know. They was hyping the series they never played. Yeah. And Unlimited has. He talked about how he played the other games before.
Yeah, I got it in my collection. And let me say this.
Uh-oh.
You good, E-Rock. And let me say this, Daya, to piggyback off what you said. Here's my proof. Bethesda and Phil literally and E-Rock saw the video, but Starfield had over 12 million players. Baldur's Gate 3 on PS3 never even cracked the top 20. That tells you all you need to know.
Wow. Wow.
I follow, his name is Island Gaming or something. I forget his name. He showed that it's still 25,000 people at the time that he did. That was just a moment he checked it, was playing Starfield, and none of the other games from PlayStation came anywhere close. 25,000 people at that time. Who knows? That could have been at the height of work hour or school hour or something. But he dropped that, and that's how many people was playing.
Yeah.
25,000. Not bad for a single player game that's been out for a while.
Yeah, I'll be real with you, Daya. As someone who don't play on PC, I don't care what they do on Steam. You give me the Xbox numbers first.
If they release them, I don't know.
What's that Faded Blade says? Unlimited.
Bro, so much salt, unlimited production. Amazing Lucas rage quit his stream.
Wow.
I believe you, man. Again, yo, before you got here, E-Rock, I told Daya, there isn't a single PlayStation fan who has a hot take that aged well. Not a single one.
Wow. Yeah, well, I'm looking at this game's roadmap, and it looks like Xbox has got fucking PlayStation like basically 3-1. 3-1.
Yeah.
As far as games coming out, that's crazy.
And here's the thing about, and I just pulled this from Twitter. Here's the reality. Only 3 of them are really first party games, maybe 4. Factions is dead. That game don't exist. I don't even know why that's on this list. But Wolverine is from Insomniac. The Last of Us 2 is a literal game remaster that they're reselling you. So none of this shit on that side is new. Meanwhile, on Xbox, new IPs. So and new IPs and sequels like State of Decay 3, South of Midnight, Clockwork Revolution, Hellblade 2 coming next year, Avowed coming next year. So, the 2 companies are on completely different trajectories there, E-Rock, and it's not even close. Listen, I'm reaching a point where I'm gonna stop mentioning Xbox and Sony in the same sentence.
Yeah,
because this is the at this point it's the equivalent of mentioning iPhones with Nokia phones in 2023. Where Nokia used to be the shit in 2003, but nobody got a Nokia phone now, 20 years later. and that's how I'm reaching. That's the point I'm reaching with PlayStation. They listen. The big thing that they are hyping up is free DLC for God of War.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, E-Rock, what are we doing here? Seriously, how many? You know what's made this generation so great, E-Rock? Xbox is taking every opportunity they can to drop their nuts on Sony. I mean, they could have easily skipped this stupid ass awards show. They Phil Spencer and them see what we be saying. They know that we hate this stuff, that we hate Geoff Keighley, but he still went there, and now everybody come out the show talking about 2 games, Hellblade. Well, 3 games. So I guess people are talking about OD, but I didn't see it. But I know for sure they're talking about Hellblade and Blade.
Yeah, as much as I hate the fact that Phil deals with these people that constantly try to shift the playing field so that their platforms of choice can always win and always succeed, and these guys that always take digs at Xbox, and as much as I hate them dealing with them, from a business standpoint, I see what Zink was saying. Geoff Keighley's a tool. The award show is a sham. You use it as a platform to get your shit out there. I get it. I get it. I understand, Zink. I'm just the kind of guy that not to get off topic, but I'm just the kind of guy that if I'm Warner Brothers Discovery, right? Mm-hmm. And you're AEW, and you let go within a span of 1 year, Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargill, and CM Punk. Mm-hmm. I'm pulling you into the fucking office. Yeah. I'm pulling you into the office and saying, dude, listen, I know it's your money, I know it's your company, but if you don't put somebody else in charge of AEW and you get the hell out of here, we're done. You're not gonna have any more time slots on fucking TBS or TNT. I'm just that kind of guy. But I get Phil. I understand that his thing is like, maybe in Phil Spencer's guts, he hates Geoff Keighley. Maybe he hates the gaming media, but he uses them to his advantage. And perhaps tonight, with him dropping Hellblade's trailer and Blade, shit like that, the little stealth drop, that little stealth shit. Maybe that's his. Maybe he sees unlimited production in there. Maybe he sees an end game that I don't see, right? And this is why I'm not an executive. I'm a retired bus driver. Probably will be a bus driver again. Well, there's no problem.
Don't sell yourself short, E-Rock, because you've been one of them prophetic dudes in the gaming community where the stuff you were saying 8 years ago is now coming true. So
guys, I appreciate that, guys. I'm very intelligent. I don't know what my IQ is, but I did go to college. I have a college degree. It just hasn't correlated into money. But Phil, it's not worse than being the smartest broke guy on the block. Phil Spencer, maybe he sees a long game that I don't understand. Maybe sometimes going to Peter Moore and the Steve Ballmer scorched earth approach, and I forgot that guy that left Xbox in turmoil back in 2013.
Oh yeah,
but fuck was his name?
Don Matrick.
Don Matrick. Maybe the scorched earth tactic isn't always the best tactic, and maybe what Phil's been doing by playing nice has been setting folks up for their utter failure. Because look at Xbox. I've never seen a company doing this good before. This company should be a blueprint to other companies. This company should be a blueprint to AEW and all other companies that are struggling. I don't know, fucking Nabisco cookies. How the fuck Disney? Yeah, good one, Disney. Like, how do you have a turnaround like this from 2017 where you're rebuilding the brand, you introduce Game Pass, to now 2023 when you're dropping your nuts on everybody's chin, excuse me, dear, on their own show? Like I gotta fucking concede and give Phil some credit, because I was not expecting everybody to be silenced, and Xbox had its superhero game by Arcane Studios. I was not expecting a Kojima game. I don't even fucking like Kojima. I told you I think he's overrated, right? But apparently everybody worships this fucking guy. So to see that Xbox logo, guys, that must have been a punch in the gut, heard around the galaxy, and maybe that's why Amazing Lucas rage quit.
Yeah,
that might have been it.
And by the way, by the way, I gotta address the chat for this because yesterday me Sega Man and Tuck did a little thing for a little bit, okay. and I said yesterday Xbox ain't gonna show nothing, and the chat was getting on my ass. I'm not gonna lie, they're like, yes they are. They're gonna, and I'm like, guys, if they are, I'll gladly come up here and say I'm wrong, and I'm saying it right now. Your boy Unlimited was 100% wrong, and I'm glad to be wrong because I listen. There was not a bone in my body that saw this blade or thing coming
out of nowhere.
That they kept that hitting really well because nobody accidentally leaked that or nothing.
Yeah, man. I don't know what Phil did to get Jeff to keep his mouth shut on spoiling that.
The smart companies keep shit close to the chest. Yeah, they keep shit kind of quiet. Like Disney did themselves no favors by announcing Snow White 2 years in advance. They did themselves no favors by having the little brown girl with Rachel Zellweger basically bury Snow White in the media. You keep shit close to the chest, not to keep getting off subject, but look at World Wrestling Entertainment. Who the fuck would have ever thought that CM Punk would be back there? They didn't let nobody know. They kept it fucking quiet. Like, one of the guys that got fired from another company and a guy that we hated because you fans wanted it, we brought him back. Yeah. Like Xbox didn't telegraph at any way, shape, or form that there was ever going to be a superhero game on Xbox. We certainly heard Kid Smooth 2 years ago. Xbox needs their own superhero game because we got Spider-Man. We certainly heard everybody in the comments section, but who knew Phil was actually working on that? Who the fuck knew?
But here's what Unlimited just showed. May I comment on that? The last one that article, whatever you put up there.
I was going to read this out. Let me read it out.
Go ahead and read it, then I'll comment after the fact.
Yeah, because this shit was hilarious. And by the way, this tweet right here was the reason why I'm even doing this show.
Oh wow!
Because I saw this nonsense. I'm like, yeah, this is beautiful salt. Listen to this, Rock.
Before you go, guys, can I read this real quick? Can you zoom out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about Blade. He is popular, but like a cult classic. He's not a traditional mainstream character, and Wesley Snipes really brought him to life. Is it good Xbox got a Marvel character? Yes, but now everything Arcane does with Blade will be compared to Insomniac, and if it does not come out as good, the press will destroy it. Blade's following is not even as close to the same fandom Wolverine and Spider-Man has. I think better choices would have been an open world Black Panther, Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man, and Punisher. If this was the big Xbox hype, I am completely let down, and they went with a risky choice. Blade is a solid character, but he will not bring the audiences the other way. Wow.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
That is beautiful. Oh, listen, Daya, you do not know how much Daya I feed off this. This is the type of salt, Daya, that I just love. This is my favorite content right here. Every time Xbox does something and we get these long-winded rants, nonsensical rants, by the way, I eat it up, Daya, because it is hilarious. This is the Colin Moriarty special here, where you say talk a lot but say nothing. This Daya is a bunch of nothing.
Like no one's gonna buy a Blade game. That was the only thing missing from Redfall was Blade.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh! Yeah,
it's you couldn't have the perfect evolution from a vampire game to the literal vampire hunter of Marvel. But Daya, before I get to you, isn't this just wonderful? Listen, it would have been better if they did Black Panther, Hulk, Captain America. No. We haven't had a Blade game in like 20 years. I think Blade 2 was on the original Xbox. And even then, that wasn't some big AAA game like we're getting.
It was some afterthought. Yeah.
So really, if you're a Blade fan, hell, if you're just a fan of superhero games, right? Like I am, you're all in. And here's the best part. I was reading an article, Daya and E-Rock. The devs said, and I love that they said it specifically, this is gonna be a mature, bloody game, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. So no spray painting as deaf girls, no helping gay kids going to prom.
Guys, may I add that Black Panther, the Hulk, Captain America, and Iron Man were already in a video game 2 years ago that I bought, unfortunately, called Marvel the Avengers. And we all know what happened to that game. Nobody fucking bought it.
That's true. That's a good point. You've taken all my points.
I'm sorry.
Well, I guess we got to pass the mic to Daya then before we steal their stuff.
Well, you guys are on point. First off, you're right. First off, they've already done a game with those characters. This is E-Rock said, And on top of that, people seem to have short-term memories because as a person who used to read comics and watch other outside media with some of these characters, not all of them, like Captain America was like, he was like a C-rated character, if that. You know, I remember Iron Man was about that. These characters weren't popular until something made them popular. It was the Iron Man movie that did it. You ask anybody who's ever followed Iron Man, and that is the truth. So,
not to cut you off. I was the only one back in 2011 giving ups to Captain America, the first Avenger. Right. Everybody else thought Captain America was corny.
Yeah,
like I was like,
that was the perfect movie because that it showed. I like there was that transition from the past. That's why
that was awesome
because of what timeline he lived in, what time you know. So, but when they bring him back to the modern day, that's when he gets interesting. But you know, but the thing is, that's because people didn't understand who the character was. We understood who he was, you know. But Iron Man is another one. He was like a drunk and stuff like that. People don't even know how Iron Man was portrayed in the past comics and stuff. But he was not a popular character. Okay, he was popular. The movies made him popular. So if that's the case, and he said, well, this guy's comment is that he's like a cult favorite. So what? The point is, Blade has been brought into popularity thanks to that movie, just like Iron Man, just like Black Panther. All of these characters weren't like top tier. Some obviously readers knew about these characters. I say out of this, the Punisher and the Hulk. Captain America was well known amongst the Marvel readers, but I'm not going to say that he was on par with the Hulk and the Punisher. In my opinion, I wouldn't say that, you know. Yeah. But I would say Iron Man was kind of low, man. On
he
was like at least C-list at best.
Yeah, man,
I don't want to lose her chain of thought, so I'll be fast. Captain America actually goes back to literally to 1945 when Marvel was called some shit called Timely Comics. The Hulk and Black Panther and all those other guys came around in the 60s. What kept Iron Man popular was this cartoon in the 90s that I know Dia remembers. It was this cartoon that was fucking awesome called I Am Iron Man, and the shit was awesome. But the MCU Marvel, they got the characters they could get because Marvel had sold off every fucking thing. And somehow they had made it popular. But if I remember correctly, Blade was really the first successful Marvel movie before Spider-Man. Before Spider-Man.
Because Blade 1 came out in 1998, and Wesley Snipes was so popular that listen, when you close your eyes and think of Blade, you think of his image. The comics even adopted his image going forward to the point that, I kid you not, people in my generation and forward had no clue of what the older Blade looked like.
Man,
I was always the comic nerd, so I used to show people how Blade used to look in the 70s and 60s. They're like, who the fuck like is from the 60s? I kid you not, man. They would think he was a dork because Wesley Snipes' version of Blade was such a badass, right?
It was such a cool character.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say that, and then too, my thing is that nobody knew that Insomniac would make a great Spider-Man game until they did it.
Let's not use the word great loosely here.
I give him credit for making a good Spider-Man for what it is.
That first one was probably good.
Yeah, that's what I think is really good. Is that one? I don't think part two is good. I think part two is not good. I think
hell no.
I don't know why. That's the thing. That's why I went on my rant when I said real Spider-Man fans wouldn't like Spider-Man 2 because it does a lot of things that Peter Parker and stuff wouldn't do. It doesn't feel like real Spider-Man Peter Parker to me. It just doesn't. And I don't have to play it because I heard what people said about what the character does. And I said, that don't sound like any stories or anything that they pulled from old Spider-Man stories. That don't sound like anything he would do. Like, it must be that modernized version of Spider-Man or something, which I don't like.
Insomniac's creative director of Spider-Man over there at Insomniac, he made it quite clear the changes he was making. He made it quite clear that if the fans don't like it, they don't have to play the game. He made this shit quite clear. What happened is Spider-Man fell plague to everything that's plaguing modern entertainment, which is why a couple of months ago, Dr. Vaca was like, why are you guys talking about movies? It has nothing to do with gaming. And I told him, man, movies has everything to do with gaming. It's all the same thing now. Case in point, you're playing a Spider-Man and a Blade game. And hopefully we can count on Xbox with Blade and all their properties in Hellblade 2, not to get caught up in this sickness there, but what happened to Spider-Man 2 has happened to Star Wars, has happened to Disney, has happened to beloved 60-year franchises like Doctor Who. New people take over and they insert their personal politics into it. And if you ain't with helping a blind girl write graffiti in New York, and if you ain't with helping two gay dudes go to the prom, which I don't have any problem with that, but I don't want it in my video game. I don't want to watch an entire episode of Doctor Who where this girl's family are convincing themselves that their transgender daughter is gay. I don't want to watch an episode of Doctor Who where this woman and this transgender are telling this 900-year-old Time Lord who saved this planet 1,000,000 times since 1963 in the Doctor Who universe that he knows nothing because he's a man. I don't want that in my science fiction, or I don't want that in my gaming, dear. Exactly. And that's what happened to Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And this is why I think Blade is going to be better, because I can at least say this much about Xbox. They can support those communities outside of games, but they don't drag all of that inside of their games. That's why I like Xbox. Yep. They're not there because look, if you're going to be a worldwide company, there's going to be places in the world that don't want to see that in their games.
China, fucking Japan.
These people are all very conservative, and so the smarter way to go about it is to do clever writing. So that you're telling good stories. Just focus on telling good stories.
Dear, you speak the truth. Do you know that the company World Wrestling Entertainment, when they go to Saudi Arabia, they make their women, not that their women are scantily dressed, but they make them fully clothed, put on clothes. I'm like, yo, man, what happened to the butt cheeks and asses? You can't show them in Saudi Arabia because they ain't with none of that shit. They ain't with none of that showing flesh or any of that, stuff that's normal over here, like gay stuff and transgender. It's just the world. Their world is different, and our world here in America cannot be the world view, and nobody understands that. And Spider-Man 2 is forcing their worldview on everybody, and I would love
because that's a worldwide character. This is the problem why I have a problem with Sony with Spider-Man. They don't treat the character like it's a worldwide character. It is. It's popular all over. Just like Superman is popular all over, right? And if you made Superman into a gay character, now he's in love with a guy. Well, guess what? That destroys him as a character that can ever be used around the world. You don't want to do that. Okay, so it makes no sense to I'm not saying that's what they're doing with Spider-Man himself, but I'm just saying that you keep pushing those agendas in there, that hurts the brand worldwide. That's why Marvel needs to be more on it, but they're just as woke. I'm sorry, they are. They're having problems too, but that's why you got to safeguard that, and you have to approach these properties a certain way. Like I said, Xbox supports that outside of that. You see that every year and stuff. That's their prerogative to do that. But in their games, I do not feel like I'm being oppressed.
Never.
By that one thing, that one point of view that most of the world doesn't even go through. I think it was Unlimited said how small of a percentage of the world is even like that. So it makes sense that they just don't drag all of that inside of their games. The only game I've ever seen that had that in there was Arcane with Redfall. One character in there talks about her girlfriend all the time.
And you didn't even notice it because she didn't beat you over the head with it. She went right about the business of slaying vampires.
Right.
And by the way, mentioning, there's a huge difference between mentioning a girlfriend and literally doing shit like spray painting as a deaf girl with no sound because it's got to be authentic or something stupid like that. But here, my gauge has always been, if it doesn't sound fun, don't put it in the fucking game. And I'm sorry, I didn't go to my own prom as a teen. I don't want to help gay. I don't even want to help straight teens go to the prom. I ain't gonna do it with fucking gay teens in a fake video game. Spray painting. Like the only game that does spray painting right is Jet Set Radio, formerly Jet Grind Radio back in the days, right? But by the way, apparently that's coming back. By the way,
nice.
Yeah. I gotta find out more about that. But
same here. Sega, when he brought that to my attention, I'm like, are you sure Microsoft didn't purchase them? Because Sega did not have money to do shit for years. That's why Yakuza games have the same map, and they just did Yakuza and Sonic for a decade.
Because as you guys know, there's been like 100. Well, I'm not gonna say 100 games. There's been several games that have been keeping the spirit of Jet Set Radio alive. Like, there's this game out that's kind of expensive, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Yep.
It is basically the spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio. And there's been a ton of games in the Xbox Game Store that as soon as you see it, that's Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
The power of Sega and their influence that their Dreamcast games have had over this generation of developers. I mean, look at Hi-Fi Rush. That feels like a Dreamcast game.
It does.
As soon as you play it, you know what that is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't want Sega to go anywhere. I hope Microsoft does buy them because, like, they're a national treasure, man. As is PlayStation. I would love the PlayStation brand to stay around, guys. I don't hate PlayStation. I hate the shit they've done over the decades. Well, I want to see PlayStation as a hardware manufacturer go, but they can stay around as a third party agnostic developer like fucking Sega, because all I've been hearing, Dia, is, well, Xbox is probably going to go third party. Really?
Yeah.
They're going to stop making hardware. Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
The company that dropped about $75 billion on acquisitions is the one that's going third party. Not the ones who said that they can't survive without one game, literally one game. All right,
It's crazy.
It's hilarious.
Activision came after the deal was solid. They came with $12 billion.
Oh, hold on. Cypher caught you in a lie, Daya. Cypher said Daya just caught you in a lie. No one knew that Insomniac could do a Spider-Man game until Xbox had to make Sunset Overdrive.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yay.
Whoa.
Hey, Cypher. Yo, Cypher, man, you get the comment of the night right there.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I never noticed that. That does feel like a Spider-Man game without the webs and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the traversal is very fun and vertical and stuff. You know, you're fighting a ton of enemies like you're doing Spider. And now it's more fun than Spider-Man, way more fucking fun than Spider-Man, though. That's the big difference.
Spider-Man gets bogged down in the storytelling sometimes in the agenda stuff, but I think
Spider-Man has the long cut scenes, the depressing story. I mean, Aunt May literally dies in the first one. You know, spoiler alert for a 5-year-old game, but Aunt May literally dies, and it's like, here we go with the melodrama.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I guess the writers at Sony are big fans of Days of Our Time or something, because all their games are just soap operas, all of them, and they all got the shitty melodrama. I'm like, dude, I want a fun adventure with my superheroes, you know. Listen, I get it. One of the appeals of Spider-Man is that he was always one of us, but there's a difference between one of us and being torture porn. And when Spider-Man can't get Mary Jane, his aunt died, he can't pay rent. At some point, he's just more of a loser than relatable.
Yeah, I didn't even like I thought it was an entertaining movie for what it was. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Mm-hmm. It basically lives off of its nostalgia. So okay, cool, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'm bothered by the fact that the OG Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, still hasn't married Mary Jane. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's been 21 years. Like Spider-Man is a character. They feel forced into keeping this guy as a teenager forever. When in the comic books he grew up, he got married.
Yeah, he did.
But as far as Sony games, they really started introducing this stuff into their games with the Last of Us 2. Yeah. Because I don't think anybody saw that coming.
No, the first one, the DLC for the first one. She
okay,
right?
Yeah.
Because in the actual game, you don't have any hint at that at all. It's until the DLC comes out that you learn that stuff, you know.
Like the second game, they kill off the main character Joel, who was the only male influence in Ellie's life, right? And now for the rest of the game, you got to play as Ellie and her love interest. This I don't want to say the word dyke. I guess that's disrespectful, but whatever. It's just
they got the PG term is lesbian.
Okay. It's just, but they've been trying to sneak this stuff in the game and slowly. But I didn't know that Sony was going to go all out with it. Yeah. And look at the results.
It's too much of it over there. It's like in every game. I mean, I hear that what's that character Aloy or something? She's gay.
Alloy. Yep.
Alloy. Okay, Alloy. She's gay. So you got Ellie who's gay. Then you got, and I don't know what else they're doing with that new character, the one that you have to play as that killed Joel. I don't know if she's one or not. I don't know.
That's messed up, man. They develop Alloy's sexuality before they develop her personality.
or a good game to be in.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
She's insufferable.
Horizon Forbidden Entertainment.
Yeah, she's insufferable in those games. I mean, you take one step and she tells you her whole life story.
Wow. And that's why I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased with Xbox games, how they've managed to keep 2023 out of it. Gears of War is Gears of War. It's the bro shooter, even though it has a girl in it now.
Right.
Halo is Halo. They've
Halo,
managed to stay focused on what they're supposed to be. And I hope it stays doing that, because modern entertainment is just I don't know what's happening with it. Like I just do not get it. It makes no sense that these companies will push away their fan base, that they would tell long established fans who've been fans of your product for decades that this is what we're doing now. You either like it or you're a bigot or you're a homophobe or whatever. And the ratings are showing it. People have turned against Doctor Who. People have turned against Marvel and Disney, which I thought I would never fucking see. Yeah. People just, they don't want this shit. And for you to keep forcing it at people makes no fucking sense. So hopefully Senua, Hellblade 2, and OD and all of these Xbox games can avoid that shit,
That's what I was gonna say. That I hope Blade doesn't see. This is what can make Blade better than Spider-Man. Is if it avoids all those problems that Spider-Man has, and it has problems regardless of what people tell you. It has problems.
Mm-hmm.
If Blade can be a good Blade movie, delving into the vampire lore. And hi Remo, he said, "Hey, why ain't you guys in Gallon bed yet?"
Oh, yo, Remo, we're not Nintendo fans. We don't got bedtimes.
We gotta be tough. You gonna tell us a bedtime story?
Yeah, man. You gotta go to the Nintendo podcast. With that one, man.
They were in bed about 8 hours ago, man.
Yeah, that's why Nintendo didn't show up at all.
Wow, they didn't.
What's the day?
No, I didn't watch it. I'm just joking.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. Listen, I'm like you, E-Rock. I didn't watch a second. Listen. The only reason why I know Blade and Hellblade because I'm subscribed to Bethesda and Xbox. And those trailers hit as notifications on my phone. That's the only reason why I know about this shit. I did not watch a second of that.
And Ninja Theory stuff popped up too. Yeah, when that happened. I'm subscribed to them as well. So.
Yeah. Listen, your boy Unlimited did not waste time watching a bullshit award show. And by the way, when I was reading some of the reactions, it seems like it's not even an award show because they were saying that they were giving the awards like less than 30 seconds, but had a long the Samsung commercial was longer than the award.
Oh my gosh,
wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, that sounds about right. Listen, that shit is just a 3-hour ad, basically.
Yeah.
It just so happens that they have new stuff occasionally this show in their ad. They did not give a fuck at all about the awards this year.
Wow.
Yeah, but hey, we're not going to be long.
If they didn't have an Xbox though, because look, I mean, at this point, like I said it before, they're the only ones who's bringing new stuff to these shows.
Mm-hmm.
Look at their lineup on screen. It's either new IPs. No, you don't even see a Halo because remember the Halo, Gears, and Forza.
Yeah,
they're already giving you your Forza and Halo for the generation.
Halo already, yeah.
But you don't even see Gears on this list yet.
Look at that lineup. That first game with that black girl, Southern something.
South of Midnight.
Then Clockwork. Then Hellblade 2. Then Project Mara. Avowed. Fable. Contraband. Towerborn. It's Indiana Jones. It just goes on and on. OD. Blade. It just goes on and
Odyssey,
on.
That's Blizzard's new game.
Mm-hmm.
They're working on Elder Scrolls 6. I don't even think that's everything. I think we're missing
no, it's not close. Listen, if I pull up the actual list, it'll be something like 40 games in development.
Yeah. Because I know for certain Affinity has 2.
Yeah,
they got whatever they're working on with 343 and some other game.
If you are trying to sell Xboxes after the backlash from Spider-Man 2 and all of its wokeness, and there is a huge backlash against the wokeness, it's going on, and not even Sony fans can defend it. If you were trying to sell Xboxes this holiday season, this is how you do it. And you release these trailers at the Video Game Awards. And again, maybe Phil knows something that I don't know. Maybe he sees further down the road than we do. But man, I mean, I was not expecting to see a Blade game on Xbox.
Yeah, that's huge because Phil doesn't really like to buy licensed stuff, but I think he's at a comfortable point now that he's not relying on it. Like Sony relies on that Spider-Man license. We could do with or without the Blade one.
Great point. Yeah, because
for him, he's more comfortable with that setup, I think.
Yeah, and let me add to what you said, Daya, because I saw some people saying, "Oh, what Xbox? Why are you happy for a superhero game? I thought you said Xbox didn't need one. They don't. They never needed Blade. Blade. Listen, look at what's on your screen. All Blade is another excellent game on their roster.
Yeah,
that's it. You guys needed Spider-Man because you literally got fucking nothing. All right, you had nothing this year. So you guys didn't buy Final Fantasy. You guys didn't buy Forspoken. I know this because the developers Forspoken literally shut down a month after release. By the way, how's Arcane doing? Oh, that's right. They're developing Blade, and people love Redfall now.
Yeah.
I mean,
people in the chat talking about let's have a Blade Redfall crossover. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Have a Blade skin pop up in there or something like that. That would be fun. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
This is how you know a company is doing well. I mean, I hate to keep referencing other forms of entertainment, but I mean, look, what's entertainment? I mean, they had no reason to bring back this wrestler named CM Punk, other than the fact that the fans wanted it. People kept chanting his name at every fucking arena they was in. So, because I look at all of the fandom of video games and movies and television. Well, why would they bring him back? They didn't need him. We got Cody Rhodes. We got Roman Reigns. We got Jey Uso. We got all of these guys. We got all of these people. Why would they do that? To stack the deck. Yes, Xbox right now is stacking the deck. They didn't need Blade. They didn't need to show OD. This is just a gross display of power right now.
Yep.
And I know it's ugly. Yes, it's ugly. But this is business. So, look. If Sony had the power to do this, they would have, and they have done it. They've rubbed our faces in it in the past. They rubbed Sega's face in it. They rubbed Dreamcast's face in it. We got Grand Theft Auto 3. Grand Theft Auto 3 built the PlayStation 2. Yep. And anyone tells you otherwise is absent of the facts.
GTA and DVDs, E-Rock.
Yes, and DVDs. That's correct. So this right here is Xbox stacking the deck without even showing a Gears or a Halo. Yes. That is frightening.
And they haven't even. They got so many games in the world, and they haven't even shown that. In my opinion, the only top ace game, AAA, that's mind blowing is Hellblade 2. But that's always shown up at the Video Game Awards. So this is the end. This is the last time you guys are going to see it at the Video Game Awards. I think Hellblade is going to get a developers direct next, and then that'll be it. You'll have the release date, and that'll be it. I think it's coming
October 2024. Any sooner, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Avowed can end up coming earlier. I don't know. So, because I think Avowed is absolutely for next year.
It's already confirmed for 2024.
And what about Clockwork Revolution?
Oh no, that one hasn't been confirmed, but that's one that I've been predicting all year is going to be late 2024 game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's been my prediction because I think it's way farther development. And it's been like good 5 or 6 years since In Exile last released a game. Okay. So I think that's my prediction. By the way, I also think that, like E-Rock said, man, we're gonna get another showcase in January anyway.
Yes.
Nice.
They have to, because Microsoft got too many games. Phil was even saying that we need to somehow get these games out more. They got way too many games, not enough time to show them in any show. You can't really count BlizzCon because they kind of focus on their own stuff there. Yeah. But you can't count on QuakeCon because they kind of focus on their own stuff. So they have to kind of make slots for games like during Gamescom, Microsoft Showcase in the summer and all that. Then they trying to utilize other people's shows. But at some point, Microsoft just got to make their own stuff because they just got too much stuff to show throughout the year. So he even said that. So yeah, I think that whole thing with that developer direct is going to happen again next year. It's going to have to because they have to have more shows.
Yeah, and here's the kicker, because a day can't go by without people crying about Xbox. What they're bitching about, and even Ryan McCaffrey was bitching about this. No release date for Hellblade at the show. Like, by release date, I mean like it doesn't say October 12th, 2024.
they're going to do it at Xbox.
Yeah,
own.
exactly.
They're not giving that to Keighley.
Exactly. Exactly.
They don't have to get to Keighley. They gave us the combat that everybody was whining about.
Yes. Yeah. And you know it's coming in 2024. The way these months have been flying by, that'll be here quick. I think the only challenge this lineup faces is I don't know who's making Indiana Jones, but they have
Machine Games. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. They have an enviable task of making Indiana Jones relevant again, because what Disney did with him, it's atrocious. So I think these guys will be smart and they'll keep Indiana Jones young. Mm-hmm. And as much as I cry about Indiana Jones being in the 1930s fighting the Nazis, that's the only direction you can go with this game. Is make him young again. So they have a tough task ahead of them. But with this many, the deck is stacked. With this many games in your lineup, there's no way any one can fail. But I'm sure the media will find a way. But it doesn't matter anymore at this point. Like Xbox as an Xbox owner and an Xbox fan, they've exceeded my expectations, which at this point were none, because they've over-delivered in 2023.
They did.
This was a year that started out with Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah. This should be on everybody's Game of the Year list. So they over-delivered this year.
Oh, big time. And it's going to get even better in the future. Mutt 1973. Hey, welcome, Mutt. This is my first time seeing you around here.
Hi, Mutt.
He said Spider-Man shouldn't have ever been nominated a Game of the Year. Of course not. But it was literally Sony's only first-party game, Mutt. So they were given a bone.
That's why, yeah.
That's why people like Sega Man and E-Rock thought they were going to flat out win. I didn't. I knew Baldur's Gate was winning. So, but yeah, that's why. Because Sony, listen. This is the worst year in Sony company history. Because E-Rock yesterday with Sega Man and Tuck, we're talking about how Bungie, they're running Bungie to the ground now.
Oh man!
Wow!
And not only that, hundreds of people's accounts have been banned without explanation, and it's not like one or two; it's literally hundreds or thousands at this point, right?
It's collapsing before our eyes. Man. The studios are just, oh my gosh,
and they're hinging their best on helping gay kids go to the prom. That's the best they can
do. Wow.
Oh man.
What a strange world we live in. But I mean, I feel satisfied. I have lived to see the utter collapse of Disney, and we have lived to see the collapse of PlayStation. It is just a wonderful thing. It's just a wonderful thing. Disney wounds are self-inflicted. Yeah. PlayStation wounds are even more self-inflicted because they just didn't prepare for this generation. Like Unlimited Production he said in 2020, every generation is a reset. But I mean, it's no way you reset from one studio, one company having 23 studios, and you having maybe 11 over there at PlayStation. I mean, I really don't know what they're gonna do, and I really don't care, to be honest with you.
No,
me either. I don't care what they do, because that's their platform. They can go down with the ship if that's what they want to do. I don't care.
I honestly, I wish I could get Zink. I wish Zink wasn't so busy with his family recently. Yeah. I'd love for him to be celebrating with us.
Yeah, he needs to. Yeah, man. You know what? He's been slacking.
No. He's taking care of his mom.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been taking care of somebody.
And you know what? As much as I love Zink, if Zink hadn't been here, this would have been an entire podcast about Halo. So we'll see him soon enough. We'll get
Halo Firefight just dropped December 5th, so he really
did it?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Zeke if he wants to play with me, because I need to get some people to play with me.
When does Xbox even sleep?
I know. So when you got 40 studios, you don't sleep. You just manage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are you joking about 40 studios, or that's accurate?
That's
accurate with the support studio. They got with Activision, they brought in 10 support studios alone.
That's crazy.
Studios, they could be their own stuff.
That's crazy.
So you still have to count them. They may be support studios, but they're huge, and they were all built to kind of help with COD. But obviously, Phil can use them for other stuff too. But that's what they came with, the main studios plus 10 whole support studios. They're huge.
Guys, I really don't get it. I'm just me personally. I've always been the kind of guy, not to hold the podcast up, I've always been the kind of guy that I may be loyal to some shit, But as soon as somebody else is doing something better, I will jump ship.
Yeah.
When WCW was kicking WWF's ass back in the 90s, I jumped ship like a motherfucker. When Dreamcast came out, I jumped ship from Nintendo like a motherfucker. Like I can't honestly, if you're a Nintendo or PlayStation guy, look at all this progress Xbox is making, all these games, and just say I'm gonna stay over here at Nintendo or Sony. I can't see it. I don't understand it. I'd want to be where all the games is at. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, they can still keep their PlayStation, just buy like, little man, buy little ass and stuff, and still be able to play those great games. But they I don't know about those people.
No, that's the equivalent of blasphemy to them to even own an Xbox.
Yeah, and the fact that, not to be a dick, but the fact that everybody hyped up to no end Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate won Game of the Year. What kind of fuckery is that? Y'all should be kicking yourselves right now.
Nintendo takes up a slot just by releasing a game. It doesn't.
Nintendo had 2 games on that.
They did,
Mario. When I saw that Mario gameplay, I was like, "Come on now,
get out of here!"
When I saw another Mario game, he's jumping on turtles and breaking bricks. I'm like, "Get out! Get the fuck out of here!"
Like really, Nintendo. Look, I'm done talking about Nintendo because them and their audience are stuck in another universe, a universe where it's okay that their version of Hogwarts Legacy released without any particle effects, no trees, no bricks, no textures. Fucking Hogwarts is 10 times smaller. Like, yo, man, like what? How? Why would you even attempt to put Hogwarts Legacy on that machine?
They did the same with Mortal Kombat 1, and the characters in Mortal Kombat 1 look like claymation characters.
It was so bad.
I couldn't tell if I was watching Celebrity Deathmatch or Mortal Kombat gameplay on the Switch version. Like, goddamn, where's Judge Mills Lanes, man?
Oh my gosh, that was bad.
It's almost unbelievable. And so, if the dirt finally came out, the Nintendo Switch is less powerful than the base Xbox One. The 2013 machine, because remember, the Xbox One in 2013 came out with fucking Rise Son of Rome, and that shit still looks crazy to this day.
Yep.
So how do you release a machine in 2019 or whenever that Switch came out? This like basically a cell phone. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, listen, the word I don't care what anybody say. 2006 was the worst thing that happened with Nintendo when the Wii became, a cultural phenomenon where even soccer moms and people at your church would have them. But and then Nintendo never learned the lesson that just because casuals were buying it, they were not buying the software, stuff like that. But man, ever since then, the Wii U, they try to get the tablet gimmick at the market when they were hot. The Switch, they got the play on the go gimmick that they're trying to capture. And as a result, that Nintendo don't get any modern games. And the few they get, you get Hogwarts Legacy or Mortal Kombat 1, where no person in their right mind is going to play that over the Series X version.
No. But I think that Nintendo doesn't care. People don't buy their consoles for
you're right.
handhelds for
and
they have some other
everybody gives that excuse, but I keep telling y'all
though.
the Wii U almost killed that company.
Yeah,
and if they did strike lightning and bottle twice with the Switch, we would not be talking about Nintendo the way we are.
But limited, why are they still buying it? It's those games. They don't care that the games never change.
Well, they care. But the thing is, they cared in the 8th generation where they weren't buying it.
Yeah,
I don't know why they buying it now though, and they want the same thing. They don't want any change.
Listen, all Nintendo is one failed gimmick away from going the way that PlayStation is going as well. And,
interesting. I've never heard nobody say that.
Oh, they listen. I'm gonna look for the articles and show it to you where Nintendo execs were saying around 2015 or so that the Wii U may be their last console.
It almost broke them.
Yeah. I kid you not. The Wii was almost their last console. I mean, the follow-up to the Wii U.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Nintendo can continue to maintain this? I mean, they got all these people. They get all that revenue. They got like really low machines, but get all this revenue for, fleecing they customers like, PlayStation. PlayStation done got more egregious with it at this point, but at least Nintendo is giving their customers the type of games they want to play, right? So how long do you think that's going to last? Or is that going to go on into infinity or what?
No. Listen, Daya, I know I haven't been alive as you in Iraq, but I've been alive enough to see successful companies come and go. Yahoo was the biggest website in 2000.
Yeah.
Nobody uses it now. So it literally anything could happen between now and 10 years from now, for example. And that's why I say that they're Wii U away because okay, let's say that they release the Switch 2 and it's a gimmick that people aren't into, right? Well, then they're going to be in the same situation they were in 2012 where they got this expensive hardware nobody's buying, and then as a result, nobody's buying Super Smash Bros. 3. By the way, let's not forget, Daya, the Wii U catalog has literally been resold to on the Switch the way PlayStation did the PlayStation 4 games.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Mario Kart 8, one of the best-selling games on the Switch was Wii U game. Zelda Breath of the Wild was literally on the Wii U same time as the Switch. Let's not forget this stuff here.
That's true. I have been hearing people who have bought a Switch saying if they have to rebuy those games again, they're going to be upset. But we'll see how people actually react to that. But in my opinion, because of what they have to pay for those games, and those games rarely go on sale, I can understand that sentiment. But they need to follow through with that.
Look, the times may be good now, but if they don't wisen up, it's not going to last forever. They already had their brush with death. So listen, Nintendo fans, I'm saying this out the kindness of my heart. You want Nintendo to step it up. You want Nintendo to get GTA. They're literally going to miss out on the biggest game of the generation.
Yep, that's true. Yep.
Yeah. Listen, if I was an exec there, I'd be furious. That in 2023 my console still won't get GTA 6. Are you kidding me?
They better come out with something like a Steam Deck or ROG Ally or something on that level. If they're going to do a handheld.
Yeah, they do. I know. Listen, they 100% do because listen, you can't go without having the biggest games every year, and it's just not going to last. It's just not, in my opinion. Yeah, it's great now when the kids, the 12-year-olds love it. Well, the 12-year-olds when they get 15, they're going to be playing something else. And the way things work is that sometimes the next generation kids don't want to play with the old toys that their older brothers and sisters did or their cousins did or whatever.
That's true.
So
and then as things are going more streaming and cloud grows and all that, all they'll have to do is just have a tablet or their phone. They won't even need that anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never in entertainment seen anything like this. Nintendo, to agree with unlimited production, Nintendo is one failed gimmick away from having a collapse, but their software business model has been sustainable. Yeah. I can't figure it out to save the life of me. Maybe as kids keep buying Mario Sunshine and Mario Paint and Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm not saying they're bad games. I'm just saying I, as a 54-year-old gamer, outgrew Nintendo when I was 30.
Yeah.
I outgrew Nintendo about 4 years ago. I outgrew Nintendo.
Yeah, and Iraq, let me piggyback off that. Here's my thing about that. Okay, yeah, again, they're doing fine now, but listen, like you said, every company need to do the Xbox playbook. Fucking build for the future. That's
right. Exactly.
Just build for the future. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is that okay, Mario games are selling great now. They might sell forever, but your software it's got to be more than Nintendo fans are going to eventually need more than Smash Bros, Pokemon, Mario, and Zelda. They just are, because there are Nintendo fans who are Assassin's Creed fans and they can't play the newest ones on their console.
Right.
They're Nintendo fans who are GTA fans that they can't play the new one. But Hebot, man, what's up?
Hi, Hebot.
Yeah, hey Hebot. Unfortunately,
you hear me?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're a bit late, so I'm gonna let you speak. We're gonna wrap it up after I get your thoughts on this. But Hebot, as you saw, I don't know if I didn't watch it, so I'm going off.
No. I watched it. While I was on the road. I watched it.
Good. So you could add more insight. So Xbox showed Blade, and the fanboys are already going crazy. Hellblade 2
Oh
is
yeah.
better than everything PlayStation's ever released, right? So let me get your
Mhm.
thoughts. Did Xbox hit a home run today?
And there's a Kojima game coming. It's exclusive.
Listen, everything that was shown, like even just the presentation, because there's a lot of shit. Sega killed it also. Oh my god, Sega killed it.
So
It
glad.
was just unexpected. A lot of unexpected shit. A lot of pleasant surprise. Much needed surprises. Look, they changed the venue. It wasn't even in the Microsoft Center. It was in the Peacock Center,
Oh,
which I didn't know until afterwards. So I'm assuming, because Microsoft seen that he's been acting flimsy or funny, they said, okay, no problem. And so that's why I think Microsoft opted to bring the heat deliberately, right? On his show, on his platform. And they used his own situation that he's in, right? Because you know how he's real tight with Kojima, right?
mhm.
So he had no choice. And Microsoft used that opportunity to show the new Xbox exclusive from Kojima,
Nice.
right? And other people involved. And he just kept emphasizing that it's to be a big, epic scale thing that's never been done before, like at another magnitude, right? That he's trying to do. Jordan Peele is involved. A lot of other high-profile directors and actors are involved. They're not announcing it yet. It's a surprise. But when they showed the character models themselves, if y'all thought Death Stranding character models look serious, oh my God, you could just tell the level of money that's involved, right?
Unreal Engine 5.
Are we sure it's going to be a video game though? Because everything I'm hearing,
No,
nothing sounds
he said it's going to be heavy now. It's going to be heavy on narrative because all his games are.
Okay, I'm out.
But
I'm out on
But
that.
he's trying to also push the boundaries for some new type of. It's horror. I know that. It's like a horror type game, but it's a new type of game that he's trying to do with action involved.
Yeah, and you're going to be slowly walking with a bunch of.
I don't know. All I'm saying that the same way they hyped up Death Stranding, right? That looked weird because remember it had a lot of weird stuff. I like that they at least kept that same kind of energy. Like they had Guillermo del Toro for Death Stranding. They brought in other people like Jordan Peele and some other high-profile actors and others that they haven't mentioned yet. But he kept emphasizing high production value, a lot of money involved. That's what he kept emphasizing. And I said that's because it's Microsoft involved.
Yeah,
obviously.
Holy shit!
If you think Death Stranding high production value, wait till you see what he's gonna do. I'm pretty sure, right? And he seemed very, very happy. That's all I can say. Jordan Peele kept getting, sucking on his nutsack too, which I thought was funny. He did, but it was funny. I thought it was funny because you know how Jordan Peele been doing movies, E-Rock, because he transitions to movies from comedy. Yeah. And to be honest with you, for me, Nope is pretty much a hidden gem. I think it's a masterpiece.
Thank you. I like Jordan Peele. I like his creativity and the way he thinks. So
I like his creativity, but I really enjoyed Nope. Nope, I thought was really excellent. Yeah. So if he's bringing his flair and flavor also into the game, collaborations, right? Then when they show Hellblade, it was fucking hilarious because before they show Hellblade, they showed the trailer for God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, which is a DLC roguelike mode. And the crowd went crazy screaming because they thought, it was a new game announcement for another God of War, right? And so when they saw it was a DLC, they kept cheering, but you could tell they were like, oh, fuck. And it was hysterical because when you look at the crowd's reaction and you see God of War and then they shift over, maybe 2 games over, they shift over to Hellblade. Holy shit. With the way Hellblade looks compared to that, looks like 2 generations above, right? Forward. And it was hysterical because once they finished, you couldn't deny the game looked great, but you saw the crowd wasn't really responding because they were pissed off. They were mad.
Yeah.
And you see the girl with her face like, wow, I thought they were going to clap. You could tell she was like surprised.
Yeah, and she's don't worry too. She deserves better.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not going to matter because when that game comes out, it's going to do better than anything they did. So don't worry about it. You know what I mean? But it's a shame because she was all happy and enthusiastic. You could tell. But I was like, that's how you know that's how you know that crowd is PlayStation centric. And let me tell you,
That's it.
Jeff Keighley tried hard as hell, Daya and E-Rock and Unlimited, to keep pushing Sony shit. But every time they show something Sony and then they show something related with Xbox, they shit it all over it. Because when they made that on Arcane Studio fucking announcement, and they said that it was Blade exclusive for Xbox, the whole fucking stadium was just complete silence.
Wow.
Silence. Everybody was quiet. They're like, oh shit. Because they know that having something like Blade exclusive shits all over anything they've done so far with Spider-Man. And then it's Arcane Studio, and they already confirmed it's a third-person action adventure for mature audience.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the article was saying.
And Blade, it's been overdue for a fantastic game because the last Blade game was on OG and PS2, and that game really wasn't that great, right? So this is going to be big budget, and they already confirmed day one on Game Pass. So that narrative of Xbox don't got AAA big budget titles on Game Pass is done. From OP, from Kojima, to Arcane's Blade.
It was already done with Starfield.
Yeah, I know. But you know, I'm saying this cements it. That's it. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. There's no more Xbox, not no games.
Right.
They got Indiana Jones down the bucket, Contraband down the bucket, Blade down the bucket, Valve down the bucket, Clockwork Tower down the bucket, fucking what the fuck is the other one? Huh?
Perfect Dark,
Fable. Dude, let me tell you, anybody that even tries to say it, and now OP from Kojima alongside Hellblade 2, and they said it's coming out next year. So if they try to say they got no games, oh, you fucking stupid. You're just a clown. Niggas need to roast them and clown them because they just gonna sound dumb. And then they showed the release date for Space Marines coming out next year, September 9th. For Space Marines 2, which that made me extremely happy. They showed a new game with Matthew McConaughey that looks excellent. They showed the new Prince of Persia, looks excellent. They showed another game that's called, it's like with Aztecs Warriors, 2D, kind of like Prince of Persia, look excellent as well.
Oh, okay.
And they showed another hack and slash called Zoltar, and he looks like a Viking.
Oh,
looks excellent also.
That looks good.
Yeah, I'm looking at their YouTube channel right now. Moon Studios look like they have an interesting game coming.
Oh, that Moon Studio game looks amazing. Oh my god, I'm so mad. I'm so mad because it was Microsoft money that made that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, you know, it is what it is. At least it's coming to Xbox too. It's not exclusive. And then Sega killed it. E-Rock, Sega fucking killed it.
I heard. I gotta go to. I gotta go to Sega.
They said the start of a new era. The start of a new era, right?
It's on their Xbox YouTube channel.
They showed the start of a new era, and they showed a new Shinobi for next gen, right? A new Golden Axe, which looks incredible.
Wow.
A new Streets of Rage in 3D, which looks good too.
Really?
Crazy Taxi looks excellent. A new Crazy Taxi. E-Rock Jet Set Radio looks incredible. A new one. New one. It looks incredible, E-Rock. And they brought the Jamaican back. The Jamaican DJ is back.
BD, yeah.
I'm telling you. And then they said, and more. But one thing I did notice, they showed no platforms and no date for like any specific place. And I'm like, I'm wondering if that, because I'm like, how are they getting this money, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because I know Game Pass money is not the only thing that's funding this shit. And the games that they showed, especially the Golden Axe, they look big budget. They look next gen. You know what I mean? So they're going to be proper reiterations of these games, of these IPs, the old ones. So I'm saying to myself, I wonder if they haven't said any platform, because maybe down the road when they do another show, they might get acquired by Xbox and they're the ones helping funding the projects. You know what I mean? And we just don't know yet. I'm not sure, but they didn't show a platform or nothing. They just said starting from next year forward, you'll see these games start to come out.
And we thought
I'm so happy.
Super game with Xbox. They haven't even talked about what Super Game is. We don't even know.
Yeah, and they have a Super game with Sega as well. Yeah.
Oh,
They said and more titles coming. So, but they're properly done there. It's not that bullshit smaller titles that they look nice, but they still feel like they're budget, right?
Right.
You could tell these are properly budgeted. They're putting the same amount of love and care that they've done for Sonic throughout the years and with Yakuza throughout the years, for example, onto their old intellectual properties. Jet Set Radio looks great. I think.
Wow.
You saw it, Colin, right?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. It looks fantastic.
Yeah. It looks like the level of like Hi-Fi Rush, but with more animation, more that Sega vibe. It's all that you got to see it. It looks incredible. It looks great.
Now. They got it on their channel.
So,
Search, is that what it is? Sega reveal trailer. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even the trailer was awesome. Oh yeah. Look, that's the trailer right there. Yeah. I forgot Unlimited has the ability to show the trailers. Yeah, man. But it was the show showed a lot of new great IPs, huh?
I said the girl threw the Xbox controller to the guy, and they're using Xbox.
Yes. Both of them have Xbox controllers.
Oh shit!
They both have Xbox controllers. That's another thing.
Yeah, we got
specifically an Xbox controller. Like what the hell?
Yeah, man, we got to be detectives sometimes when it comes to some of this stuff.
I don't know, man. It's just there's a lot of nice nods and a lot of nice little hints there.
Inspector Gadget, Sherlock Holmes. Who's a female I could use for Daya?
Carmen Sandiego.
Carmen Sandiego. Yeah, thank you.
Carmen Sandiego.
I mean, they could have showed a PlayStation and an Xbox controller, but they didn't. So see, that's Jet Set Radio right there.
Ooh. Well, I like this stylistic look.
That's the Streets of Rage.
They all.
That's the Shinobi. Look at the Shinobi.
Oh, look at Shinobi. Oh, that looks good.
Look at the Golden Axe. It's 3. Look at that shit.
Oh wow.
And then Crazy Taxi.
Look at Crazy Taxi. That's so fun looking.
Wow, looks like Sega is back.
They're coming
Crazy
back.
Taxi look crazy. That was my shit.
Right when Sony is collapsing, they're rising.
Ain't that some shit?
The irony, right, E-Rock? That'd be great. That's fantastic.
The hell
That's fantastic. I mean, it's been long enough.
Yeah, man.
I would just advise you guys to check out all the trailers because they showed a lot of games. They showed Dope Knot's new game. They got another game they're making. It's like a horror game with a bunch of girls. I think they're supposed to be like lesbian friends, all of them. And,
I doubt. Yo, just because they're female friends don't mean they're lesbians, man.
No, because they showed them kind of caressing, kissing, and holding hands in the trailer. Yeah. But it's like a horror game. Because they go into the woods and they find like this crater thing or like aliens or something like that. You got to see the trailer. You'll see. But again,
basically, people are using the video game awards show now.
It's like E3, E-Rock.
Yeah,
the awards weren't even.
It's a marketing show, basically.
Yeah. The awards weren't even like. I don't even give a fuck about the awards. Put it like that. Nobody was paying attention to the awards. It was just. The trailer after trailer, it felt like an extension of E3.
But by the way, can we call out Jeff Keighley on that, because all he does is promote it as the appreciation for gaming when it's just an advertisement show. Fuck you, Jeff Keighley.
He's so full of himself. He's so full of himself. He even set the date for next year. He already has the date set up for next year.
Oh yeah, get watch people be pissed at Xbox buying
Jesus
Sega
Christ.
next year.
This guy. And it was nice to see Remedy win like 5 awards, but I'm like, they should have been won 5 awards. Been long time ago. They're just doing that because they're not associated with Xbox only now. That's all.
Exactly.
But I'm happy for that.
Yeah, they're rewarding them for that. Like for decoupling from Xbox, you get awards now. Like I said,
yeah. Remember, Alan Wake 2 only exists because of the Source Light engine that Microsoft helped them build and paid for.
Yep.
But
so,
you know what, though?
Regardless, at the end of the day,
that bitterness,
go ahead, what you said?
Microsoft is funding stuff that leaves. That's done. Those days are over.
Yeah.
Phil is no longer doing that anymore. He owns everything he makes, with exception of things like Blade or something like that, like the IP. Those are little exceptions that he's willing to tolerate, but everything else.
You know who else they are? You know who else? Matt Booty's the one that's doing them deals.
Thank you.
Remember, he's in charge of that department.
Yeah, man. Matt Booty deserves way more love than he gets, man. Yeah.
He's going in.
Hit me and Matt.
He's
going in. He's like, okay, you guys want to do the typical same shit, Spider-Man, Wolverine. We ain't get a good proper Blade game. We're getting a Wonder Woman game, okay? So we're gonna do Blade, and the trailer's fire. The trailer's and another game.
May I offer something? And tell me if I'm right about this, and then
Yes.
I think that
Go ahead.
Microsoft wanted to give Arcane, maybe this is going to be their first time doing something like this, like a superhero character. So getting a character like Blade that's not going to break the bank, like you're not getting like a Superman or something. You know what I'm saying? Getting smaller characters.
That it's not a multi-iconic character.
Right.
He's popular, but he's not like in the level of like Superman, Batman. Right. I know what you.
But it's smart to me because it allows Arcane to try something without too much risk.
Without being afraid. Yes. Right. Without being afraid. Yeah.
Right.
So are we gonna fuck it up? Yeah. No, they seem hyped. They interviewed the guy, the lead designer is gonna be, and Marvel Games is directly involved with them. They said it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good. The trailer's fire. That's all I gotta say. When I saw him stand up and I saw the jacket, this is Blade. It's fucking Blade. Oh my God. And the best part was when everybody was just silent. They was mad there. They was mad. They was fucking salty.
Watch the VGAs just to see the people's reactions.
Just to see the people's reactions. They was salty. Because they thought that the first thing, I think Colin put it up, somebody put up, it should have been Insomniac. This is bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, where's that? That was hilarious. I can't find
like, Insomniac, you dumb shithead. If it's fucking Bethesda and Arcane, which is not owned by anybody but Microsoft.
I'm rooting on Arcane to knock it out of the park. I'm rooting on them to knock it out of the park.
Oh yeah.
Listen. It's gonna be listen. You heard this story, but with Redfall and Starfield, you're gonna hear the same story with Blade. It's gonna be great. It's gonna do numbers. We're gonna love it, but the media's gonna trash it. And what the media's gonna do is endlessly compare it to Spider-Man, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And they're gonna ignore the faults of Spider-Man to prop that up, to tear this game down. Even though I'm telling you right now, Blade's gonna end up having more players being on Game Pass than Spider-Man does in its lifetime. But yeah,
that's a fact.
So yeah, it's gonna be a fantastic game.
That is a fact.
It's gonna be a fantastic game, but it's gonna be a lot of nonsense surrounding it.
Colin didn't Deathloop. It's the team that did Deathloop. Didn't Deathloop get a lot of awards? People love the game.
Yeah, it did.
So how you gonna love it when it's Deathloop, but you're not gonna love? You're not gonna love it when it's now because it's a different Marvel game.
No.
I thought you said you love the Marvel.
It's simple. Only on Xbox is on the box, and only on
that's
PlayStation
right.
is on the
Facts.
other. That's the only
facts. E-Rock, we are finally Microsoft, Xbox. They finally gonna get their due. I'm telling you, because you can't keep hating on the same thing, because then you're gonna make it obvious.
Yep.
You can't. There's no fucking way with all the you cannot give all them games we just mentioned, right? A bad score. That's impossible.
Yeah.
Because then it's gonna be blatant. Nobody gonna trust. Nobody gonna listen to them. They're like, oh hell no. The gamers are gonna talk. They're the ones that are gonna be playing it. And it's on Game Pass. All them games are gonna be on fucking Game Pass. You cannot lose. There's no fucking way, bro. It's over. It's only the only game they showed was The Last Ronin by Team Ninja, which looks good, but you gotta pay for it at the end of the day. That's all you got. They gotta pay for it out of pocket. They can't buy it or put it in a streaming service. They can't do nothing. You gotta buy it out of pocket. And it's the only game they showed, right? As far as exclusive, right? We all knew about Helldivers. That's coming February.
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
But the other game that I'm trying to tell you that, oh my God, E-Rock, wait until you see this shit. Wukong is coming out in August. They got a release date. That game looks incredible.
By the way, I got to give you a warning on Wukong. It's probably a Souls-like. So just
God.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I hope not. But it looks so.
I hope not as well. But I believe that's what they were saying.
I hope not. I really hope not. Oh my God, I hope not.
I mean, Liza P was good, but I mean, I'm getting sick of them. They just like every game is turning.
Yeah. Like that's not yeah. But it looks, the way it looks visually is holy Jesus. It looks incredible. It looks incredible, and I'm glad that it's going to be multi-plat also. It looks incredible.
Oh yeah, there it is. Souls like Black Myth. Wukong looks to be all about magical monkey mischief.
Well, there it is.
Yeah. Hate to burst your bubble because I know you're not the biggest Souls fan.
Yeah. No, because that Souls-like combat. I hope they mean when they say Souls-like is that it's not exactly like it. You know what I mean?
It'll probably be like that one that hit Game Pass this year, where the gameplay was faster, but it was still Souls.
Like Wulong.
Yeah. It'll probably be like
that. Right. Because when you see the combat, when he's fighting, he's moving really, really fast. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was like, I don't think, unless the boss battles are like Souls, like hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are you going to stop me here?
I hate to burst your bubble because the trailer I saw looked.
No. You just keeping it real, bro. How's that? Yeah. It's not your fault. You're just the messenger.
Yeah, I'm tired of that formula. I'm over that.
Yeah, because too many people are doing it. You know, this would have been a fun game if it was like an adventure game that you go out into the world and stuff.
Well, it's like Sekiro. Sekiro is a beautiful game, but you couldn't enjoy it that much because of the way it plays.
Right, yeah.
It's more frustrating and annoying and tedious than it is fun.
Yeah,
and I don't care when people say, "Oh yeah, it's about the satisfaction when you finally get it done." Nah, bro. Not if I die 50 times or 45 times or 60. No, that's not fun.
I want to have fun when I play video games, not be aggravated.
Exactly.
I will delete you off my hard drive in a second.
See, we don't got time to be sitting there wasting fucking 5 hours just on dying.
No. I want to pick up a game and have fun. And if I don't, I get a feel for you in about 5 minutes. And if I don't have fun, then I'm out.
Yep.
And plus, people like me here, I'm older. Our reflexes is not the same no more. So we playing games. It's not that we suck. We know how to play games. We play some of the hardest games ever made.
Yeah,
but we were younger then. Now we're older. Our reflexes are not the same.
Oh my goodness, man! You brought up memories of how hard those fucking games were as a kid.
What happened?
I said you brought back memories of how hard those games were as a kid.
Oh yeah. Hell, fucking do that. No, I can beat Shinobi literally with 1/4. You know how hard it is to do that shit.
The Western.
That's all memory muscle, and you know, and fucking and your reflection, you know, your reaction time. It shit is hard.
The Western developers smartened up years ago and started putting different levels to their game: easy, medium, hard, ultra hard, because they realized we're not putting millions of dollars in this game for a select few to play it. We want everybody to enjoy it. But From Software operates on this logic that, well, you know, you just got to get better. This is the game we make. Well, the game we make is
deliberately made for you to die over and over again until you either level up, like, you know, with your character where you get stronger, or you find certain like magic potions, certain armor, or a certain particular weapon that helps you take a lot of energy for the character. That's not skill.
And I also hate their communities because when people didn't like Elden Ring, oh my God, you think that you think that you were cursed out their mother data tag.
Yeah. They're very cultist. Their mentality very cultist. They act like they're in a cult. Yeah, like you said, like you cursed out their mother.
Yeah, they think they're better than you because they beat them games, man.
Everybody, even these YouTubers. Oh, this is the best game of the year. How? Look at the dated fucking visuals. Look at the dated gameplay. That gameplay is dated.
You can't even swim, climb up a rock, nothing.
And 70% of people didn't even pass the first boss.
That tells you everything right there, the data right there. Not only that, but it doesn't even have, it's supposed to be a hack and slash, and it doesn't even have combos. The hack and slash that you do is like thrust forward, like left, right. It's left, right, and the cross, and then forward thrust, and then you roll. That's it. That's the combat.
Mm-hmm.
And you throw magic. Or you can swing with a rope. That's it. It doesn't have combat like Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden, one weapon will have like 35 different moves. One weapon. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the difference.
The GOAT.
Cypher type is 100% right. When it takes more than 10 tries to kill the boss, Control Alt Delete. Get that shit. I got too many games to play. Get that shit off. Get that shit out of here, man.
What he said? What he said?
He said.
I couldn't hear what he said.
He said when it takes more than 10 tries to beat the first phase of the boss, Control Alt.
Oh yeah, he's not lying. He's fucking right. He's not lying. Shit. That first boss that you fight, or one of the bigger bosses in Sekiro, in the middle of the village, where he's like in a horse.
Yeah, that one.
He
Yeah,
is
that's why
so
I stopped.
fucking annoying, and all you have to do is counter him twice, and you can literally beat him. But to counter him is so annoying. It's not even funny.
And you only get to him after you've defeated this troll up some steps. I was like, man, I'm not having fun with this. I'm just out of here. I'm getting get this shit out of here, man. I got too many games to play. I don't.
See, it was easier, E-Rock. It was easier to get by that big ass snake by stabbing it in the eye in the beginning. But what the fuck?
It's always a white dot somewhere where you got to hit the sword, or a red dot. It's the same shit every fucking game.
Yeah.
And they put From Software on a fucking pedestal. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, motherfucker Ubisoft out here making bangers like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Man, get out of here.
Right.
And they hate them.
And then they criticize those games. That's the worst part. When they're not even made to make you frustrated. They're actually games that are made to have fun. Yeah, they may be long, but if you have the time, you're going to enjoy it.
I still got shit I haven't done in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's why I haven't deleted it. Unlimited. I still got rebels I gotta help in the Siege of Paris because I finished the main story, but I didn't help the rebels out. Like it's layers on top of layers of shit. And so what IGN did was they complained about the games being too long. So Ubisoft went and made a short little Assassin's Creed Mirage, and you get done it, and there's nothing else to do in it. Yeah. Because Ubisoft caved into the complaints.
Here's why I like Ubisoft, because they said that we're going to give you both of them.
They doing both.
Exactly. Next year, the one in Field of Japan, that one's going to be it's made by the Odyssey devs.
Yeah,
good.
So they should just do both. I like the idea. Yeah, I think that was brilliant.
Yeah, because although Ubisoft only Xbox gets more hate than Ubisoft for some reason.
That's true.
They listen to their audience heavily, and they saw what I saw as a major Assassin's Creed fan, that there's a lot of hypocrisy in that community. Where on one hand they bitch about not getting the older games, then when they give it to them, they bitch about it not being new enough. So we'll give you both. We'll give you everything you want, right? And personally, I'm happy with it. I love Mirage, even though it was short. I have no problem with that because, hey, guess what? Next year when it hits Field of Japan, you're going to be in Field of Japan. But with that, we're going to start wrapping it up because this has been a long show.
Oh yeah, this was long. Yeah.
Rare circumstances, but you know what? When Xbox finally has a superhero game, so y'all can shut the. And by the way, here's what's going to be funny. They're going to be even more angry now.
Yes, they are.
Night.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, watch it. Listen, E-Rock. I know it's going to happen. I guarantee there's going to be a YouTube video or article that's going to. Hey, what's that noise?
I don't know.
It's me in my car. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, well, there's going to be a YouTube video or article of some sob story of a PlayStation fan who's going to be like, I can't play Blade on PlayStation, and everybody's going to try to petition for the game.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that is going to happen 100%, man.
Expect that
the petition starts tomorrow. You'll see.
Oh, yeah. Petition Blade to come
Expect that for Hellblade the closer it gets to release.
Oh, man.
Yep. They'll be like, yo, Marvel, you need to make this multiplayer. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. Even though they held Spider-Man over Xbox fans' heads for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I didn't forget in 2018 a lot of them damn pony bots, as Hundred would call them, were jumping ship thanks to Spider-Man.
Oh, that's right, they did. Yeah, I hope they're happy now.
Yeah, you guys got what you wanted.
Yeah, and you know what? This may not be the last one that Xbox is willing to do. If a studio wants to do it, because it seems like Arcane is excited about it, right? Mm-hmm. If a studio wants to do it, I think Xbox is at the position now. They'll say, okay, they didn't want to rely on that like Sony, and they're not. If if they don't ever get the license, they're like, okay, we'll just go to the next thing. You know, they don't care.
Yep. And with that, guys, E-Rock, give us your final thoughts on the night.
Oh man, just a nice surprise podcast because we all don't. None of us watch the video game awards, but we do watch the videos, and it was great to see Xbox in full force on enemy territory and just killed it. Just wonderful, guys. Great to be here, and everybody have a good week.
Excellent stuff. Daya, give us your final thoughts on the night.
I can't express how excited I am about the Blade game. Very pleasant surprise. I'm really shocked that they was able to keep that one hidden. And I'm really happy to be here with you guys to share this with you in the chat. Really surprised at the moves that Xbox is making, and this is just the beginning. So I can't wait to 2024. And I didn't see the awards, but you know, the gift that Xbox is giving us dropped Boulder Gate like a boss, just dropped it right on in there. Say, hey, you can go ahead and play that now. It's game of the year and it's in there. You know, it's on our platform. So you know, they coming out strong all around. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty proud and glad that I'm an Xbox gamer, and I'm looking forward to the future.
Yeah. And Hebot, man, give us your final thoughts, my friend.
Yeah, was glad I was able to make it, even though it's towards the end of the podcast, or at least say a little bit of what I wanted to say. I'm glad Xbox took the opportunity to cut down another narrative, which is Microsoft don't ever show shit in the Game Awards. They shut that down big time, which I'm glad, because they also said they were going to do a show in January. So let's see what's going to happen even then. I can't wait. There's no way in hell that you can't be excited as an Xbox fan. There's no way you can say, but we don't got a superhero game no more, because we do now, right? Kami. You just look, they just keep giving. And we remember that we're all going to be able to play these games on Game Pass. We can buy them, but we don't have to if we don't have the money, or we're doing bad, or we lost our job, or we whatever. The point is we have options. And when we buy the games, we buy them at our leisure, with our comfortability in our situation with our life at that point. And that's what matters. And I'm also glad that Sega came back with a surprise announcement to try to put them back where they should have been and should have never lost, you know, from before. I guess this guy is really trying to go in the right direction. Maybe it's because other people involved that we may not know yet. Hopefully it'll be Microsoft with the money that they need. And you know, also that, another thing, check out the Avatar game, because that's another game, because it's Ubisoft, they hating on it. But the game looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. It looks good.
You know, so you know, I'm glad that we can talk. Hopefully it's the beginning of more conversation, because we're just going to get more information and news as time goes on, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a way to end the year, huh? Bye.
Oh yeah. Xbox, listen, Xbox started with a bang and ended with a bang. What a fantastic year for Xbox.
That's right.
Yeah, and by the way, then let me close out by saying, it's, you know what? It's always fun to be vindicated. I've been saying Baldur's Gate 3 was game of the year, and apparently it won today. You know, listen, and I've also been the guy who talks people off ledges when people be upset about Xbox. I come here all the time say, Zeke, you did not make it, man. We about to close the show.
Didn't,
Still, you ain't made nothing, Zeke. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it right now.